What's happening, brother?
Can you hear me?
Yo, man, how you doing?
What's happening, brother? You good?
Yeah, good. Just back in town.
Yeah. You had a storm?
Yeah, I was on an island in Tiaman Island.
You're living the life, mate.
Got to take a break.
Yes.
Recharge my batteries.
No, absolutely. I think it's good we had a break this week anyway, because
Yeah,
but we'll get refocused, man. Definitely.
absolutely.
Yeah. You know what? This session here is going to really, really be relevant for you. Very, very.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because you know what we're talking about today is what sort of content to actually come up with to position yourself as an authority in basically any niche, right? So yours is going to be traffic, same niche as mine. So all the examples I'm going to give are obviously very relevant to you. Sorry, let me just go live on Facebook. Hello guys. Hi Sunny. Hi Romana. Hello Ada. Hello Sameshka. Mike. Hi. Can you guys all hear me? I'm going to put it up in the Facebook group as well, yeah? I'm quite excited about this session, man. You know, I was really I was thinking what are these guys missing, or what would basically take him to the next level, right? And everyone can post, but what we really need to focus on is posting like an actual authority, becoming an authority, using content, okay? So hopefully after this is going to make a lot of sense, okay? Let me just wait for everybody to come through. Where's our boy Chris? Ada, congratulations for your daughter-in-law. This is excellent news. Yes.
She's in labor right now and anytime now.
How is it? Oh, wow. Really good. How is New York?
New York is very, very different as the last time I was here with them. It's very sad. You don't see a lot of people walking on the streets. A lot of stores are closed. The ones that are open, they open like from 10 to 2 or from 10 to 4. It's like a very different New York.
Yeah, because I think it's just the city's gone through a lot just recently.
Yes, yes, because of the COVID.
The COVID, and then they had the riots.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's been a difficult time.
You can still see a lot of the stores that they were rioted. You cannot even see them. They have all those walls over there, and a lot of them they broke. They broke into. It was very sad.
I mean, I think the healing process will take a while, but it's just time. It will just take time. I think we will.
Yes.
It will just take time for all the countries, right? I don't think we've ever been hit by something like that big, or that
exactly
that impact. But anyway, I think Chris is on another call. I'm just gonna see 1 second because it's his first session, so I want to make sure he's okay getting in and everything. Come on, guys. It's Michael, Christie. Okay. We'll give it just a couple more minutes. and then I'm just gonna start. Okay, it's recorded anyway, so it's cool. Ah, here he is. It's all good. What's happening, brother?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great, man. So, everybody, this is Chris. I just want to welcome Chris. He's originally from the USA, obviously, but he's living in Mexico. This guy's like, his energy is crazy, and he's a client of mine for the traffic, right? So he's been buying for a while. I've been trying to give him some like good tips and guidance of what to do, and like you guys all know now, right? It takes a time for you to realize, like, to get past the hype. Like, you have to get it out your system and everything. So he's real focused now on building his own little system step by step, but also building his own brand on social media. Okay, but not too big of a brand because there's dangers in Mexico, as we know, Chris. I'm joking, but yeah. Welcome, Chris. Great to have you here.
Thank you. I'm excited. It only cost me about 10 grand to get in this course because the little lessons that Jazz Deep taught me to step up. But hey, I'm excited to be here.
Listen, it'll be money well spent. Trust me.
I know. It's gonna come
what
back
I would say is, connect with everyone here. Okay, just connect with everyone. I'm telling you right now, you guys, your ideal clients, you can help each other. You can exchange services. You can monetize each other, right? It's not all about just grabbing the sale. Like, there's things here that you guys need from each other, right? So also, Chris, we do this thing where we have accountability partners, right? Somebody to basically check in on you, like make sure you're not slacking or anything. But no, really, just so you check in and say, oh, I'm struggling with this, or I've done this. It's just a good way to keep motivated and on top of things. So just partner up with somebody. What I would recommend is get to know everyone and see who best fits your skill set, or who. Do you see what I mean? You know what I mean?
I love it. I love it. I love accountability partners. Everybody needs a babysitter. I want one too. So yeah.
Ada lives in Mexico City, by the way.
I'm just seeing that. So awesome. Maybe I'll partner with Ada. We can talk about how to be low key online so we don't get kidnapped.
Well, Ada does some real cool stuff in the self-help and self-improvement niche. It's pretty cool. So
that's exactly perfect. I love it.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, that's enough, Chris. Yeah, you've taken up enough time. But listen, let me just dive into this straight away, okay? So it's being recorded. I'm going to put it in the training portal and in the Facebook group and all of that good stuff. So let me just share my screen, okay? Now, just before I start, I think it's important that, I was thinking about this earlier, and it's important that we get some context on this, some clarity. So, it's crazy because a lot of people, create courses and create masterminds and stuff just to sell them, right? Because if they didn't sell them, they would have no income, they would have no business, they would have no money coming in. Now, as you all know, I've been selling traffic for ages, and it's doing very well. And to be honest, this isn't like something I had to do to get an extra income or grow or anything like that. But I really just did do this because, as a lot of you know, like even Mike and a lot of my clients and stuff, I just kept seeing there was nothing out there to actually help you. People were just selling these repackaged crap, basically. And it was just so frustrating. And I was thinking, okay, I actually know how to do this stuff better than them. So I think it's important that you know what my motivation here is to do this. It's like, it's not like it's something I have to do, like push, like even Chris, for example, right? I didn't even offer him this, even though I knew this program would benefit him. And Chris, you can be testament to it. I didn't say like, oh, join my program. I waited for him to learn. I gave him the right sort of tips, and I thought, okay, now he's ready. Let's plug him in. So this is very important. Whenever you're looking for mentors or coaching or anything like that, okay, always think, okay, what is the motivation, right? Is that guy or girl actually making money doing the thing they're teaching, right? So I even unconsciously, I built a brand for myself in my niche. So I know how to build a brand. and it can be applied to affiliate marketing, fitness, anything like that. So yeah, that's just me bigging myself up, basically. There was no other point to that. But okay, let me crack on. So look, today I thought, you know, we talking about, by the way, let me know if anybody's in the waiting room so I can let them in. Okay. So, you know, most of you have either gone through the 30-day challenge or you're going through it now. Okay. So what is the key thing? Okay. What is the key thing in our industry, or what is the key thing to online marketing? Okay. So really, it's about being an authority or a trusted expert, a trusted authority in your niche. Okay. So, okay, 1 minute. I'll be back. 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. We have some building going on. But anyway, so in terms of being an authority, okay, why do we want to be an authority? So when you become an established expert in your area, okay, this enables you to demand higher fees for people to work with you. Okay, think long-term picture here. Okay, you want your own training program. You want something like this. Okay, there's 45 people in this group. So you want something like this where you can really hit those big numbers. So I was thinking, okay, what can I actually do to help you guys get to that point of being authority figures in the marketplace, right? What are the specific steps? Now, this is very, very important, okay? Once you're able to do this, it changes everything, okay? Because when you stand out as an actual expert in your field, it gives a totally different dynamic to how things are done, okay? So can everyone see my screen? Cool. So look, this is all about becoming a trusted expert through specific types of content, okay? Now, really, really try and absorb much of this as you can, because I promise you, yeah, if you get this right, everything else it becomes easy, okay? This is the number one thing really that you need to understand, how to be an expert and an authority figure in your niche, right? So first things first, why content, right? Why am I telling you to post, right? Why is a guy who sells paid traffic telling you to use organic methods? Why? because it works very, very simply, right? I'm a guy who, I told you from day one that this course is dynamic. It's not rigid. I'm not stubborn that there's only one way, okay? Organic now, content, okay? Content now has never, ever been more powerful. Why? Well, I did some research. You know, I'm a bit of a geek. I went through some studies. I read some things. This is real facts, okay? Now, you guys will know this yourself. We are all consumers of advertising, right? Ad blindness is at an all-time high. Ad blockers everywhere you go, right? Think about YouTube. When I don't know if you guys use YouTube to listen to music and stuff. The ads are just bombarding. You know, I don't even pay attention to. There's no ad that makes me stop unless I'm actually trying to learn from the ad. But there's no sort of buying intent from me listening to those ads. So same with Facebook ads. Okay, now the thing that actually happens, think about people, think about the consumer, us, think about how we buy stuff, right? Amazon, what do we do? What do we do when we shop on Amazon? We read the reviews, we consume the content, we look at what other people are saying about the product. That's how we buy, right? Amazon don't run ads to us. We actually want to buy in this way. So basically I'm following the trend, right? Now, unconsciously, I was told you I was doing this since 2014. I was just putting out content that I thought resonated with the audience, and it did. But now I've kind of got it down to this science, right? So that's what I'm trying to share with you. And it's very difficult if you don't kind of go on that journey yourself. But the best thing I can do is tell you about, is try and structure it in this way, okay? So just think of it in this way. So, you know, even now, I did a little bit of research, and, you know, offline businesses, I'm talking about brick and mortar businesses, and they are now doing content marketing, okay? Because so these businesses have massive like analysts and everything, and now they realize the importance of engaging content, right? Because this is how consumers want to be sold to. They want to relate to the brand. They want to know what the story is. They don't want an ad just shoved in their face like buy this, right? This is how advertising used to work, okay? It used to work when you used to watch TV and a Coca-Cola ad came on. He's like, okay, less competition, less ads, more effective. Now, content, right? You see it all over Facebook. Organic marketing's blowing up, right? But guess what? Nobody's really doing it right. I promise you that. There's only a small amount of people who actually know how to do it. Because one thing you cannot teach is, you know, you can't teach somebody to become the best version of themselves, right? And that's what makes a unique that's what makes a unique brand. You actually have to represent something, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now, okay? Well, as best as I can. So the other thing is, guys, think of it like this, okay? Or content marketing, or, you know, so for the strategy that I taught in module 4, it applies to Facebook, right? Facebook, because it's the one that I personally used, and it's the easiest for my niche and a lot of your niches as well. This same thing can apply to YouTube. It can apply to LinkedIn, right? You kind of have to figure out where your audience is and how you can best resonate with them, right? So this isn't just, oh, you have to do it on Facebook, but the process, the principle is timeless, okay? It works anywhere. So just think of it in terms of content, okay? When we're writing, why am I telling you to write Facebook posts? Because it's content, right? It's specific content which actually engages your audience, brings them closer to you, and prompts them to buy something, right? Now, the final part of the puzzle is having a sales process in place, right? So we'll come on to that as well. But for now, just think of it like that, okay? When you're an authority, people want to buy something from you, okay? Which is why it's important you have an offer, or you have something to sell, okay? This is why a lot of people do affiliate marketing, because to be honest with you, creating high quality products, digital products, is not an easy task. So what you do is, when somebody, you know, what a lot of affiliate marketers do, right? And I tell you this, you should have realized it by now. They become an authority figure, right? They don't actually have any products to sell, but because they demonstrate so much value and so much authority, people want to join them in whatever, basically. So here's the deal, okay? I'm a leader. Listen, join me in this gig, right? And I'm going to train you, or you get access to me, or because you've demonstrated so much value. Now, you can do that if you want, right? But what I always believe in is have your own stuff to sell, always, right? If and it's not easy, but if you just pour your heart out and basically think about how trust me, if you put your 100% value in that product of how you figured out a problem, it's going to be worth something to someone. Okay. So, I went on a completely off tangent there. So it's a higher ROI than paid ads, right? It's a higher ROI than paid ads. Think about it. I showed you guys in a previous, I showed you guys so many times, like how much money I make from doing Facebook posts, free Facebook posts, because I use this strategy. So I'll just show you an example. I know. I'll show you my most recent one, I think. Okay. 1 second, sir. Okay, here's some examples. I haven't been able to find the one I actually wanted to show you, but just to give you an example, this is how often I do it, right? Here it is. Sorry, here it is. I found it here. So this is a post, right? So it cost me zero. It cost me zero money, right? And on the back of it, I sold a Warrior Plus product, right? Now, why? Because I really, really understand I understand my audience. I understand you guys. I understand what you need, what you want. So at that time, people needed this was basically a quick fire method to make some money through YouTube, right? So I looked at the offer, I knew my audience, and I put out this post. Now, it's like, if you put out this post, are you going to get 146 people saying yes? No. Why? Because you haven't demonstrated that authority yet. But why I was able to get 146 people to say yes is because I went through the process I'm just about to show you and became an authority or leader, whatever you want to call it, a trusted expert, basically. Okay. So this was Warrior Plus. I think this gave me like 1,500 in commissions, maybe 2K, not sure. But the point is, the ROI there, well, because there was no, I guess the only cost here was time. So what's that, 30 seconds? So it's not bad, okay? This is how you have to think of it. Think of the ROI of posting content, right? If you post a YouTube video and you send them to a webinar of yours and you're selling a 2K product and that not running an ad, an organic YouTube video, think about the ROI there, okay? Now, I touched on this just earlier, but it's really important you understand this. Okay, I'm not just going to tell you like how to become an authority, but why do you even want to be one in the first place, right? Well, it's because credibility is the big one. Okay, right now more than ever, people want to buy from credible sources. Okay, again, I use the Amazon example. So I buy from Amazon, even though I know it's cheaper on eBay, because it's just so credible. It's just so credible. They've built that trust. When I think of Amazon, I think trust. Okay, I know it's credible. Even Apple, or you just think of brands in general. We often trust brands because they've demonstrated credibility. Okay, so once you become an authority type figure, then it's going to make you credible. Okay. So being credible is one of the biggest things people look out for when they're going to invest with you or they're going to join you on anything. So it's very, very important. Okay. Now, another reason you want to be this authority is because you have to think about it. Okay. When we're talking about building a personal brand here, right? Chris Flotton, Nancy Park, Kunal, Mike, when people think of you, I'm talking about in business sense, right? In the online marketing sense. What do you want them to think? Okay. You want something to be synonymous with your brand. Okay. And really try and niche down on that. So, for example, Amazon shopping, right? E-commerce, Shopify, right? What do you call it? I mean, you get the idea, okay? So funnel building, ClickFunnels, right? Autoresponders, Aweber. This is the kind of thinking that you want to go on. And then solo ads, Jazzy. So I kind of did this with the solo ads niche, right? So that's another big reason, okay? And I'm not saying, look, you have to be as big as Amazon. That's not what I'm saying, right? We are in a very lucrative and dense market, and just chop off a little corner of it and make it your own, okay? Really niche down on who you want to serve, and they will be your loyal followers and basically follow you in anything and everything, okay? It's really important to understand this. And, people quite literally, they want to follow, they want to be led. People want to be led, right? You got to remember this. You have to show up, and being an authority figure, being a leader is, puts you in the position of people wanting more information, wanting to follow you. And then obviously you have a responsibility to them, but that's a wonderful thing anyway, right? So don't ever think that, you don't know enough, or you don't have enough skills, or you don't have enough knowledge or whatever, right? Sometimes, and I see this a lot, okay, maybe some of you have experience in it, but a lot of coaches, right, all they actually do is just like support, just like have a chat and just say, yeah, everything's fine, you're doing great. There's no actual practical element there, okay? Now with this course, you're actually learning the actual fundamentals for marketing as well, right? So you can easily just take a piece of this, like sales copy or PPC campaigns, and just make it your own, right? But when it comes to like working with people, the main thing really that I've noticed is, firstly, you have to just be honest and open of how you figured out stuff, okay? There's no point in holding stuff back. Like thinking, always have a abundance mindset. Don't think if you share something, everybody else is going to use it, you're going to be flooded out the market. No, just share exactly what worked for you, okay? Then make it universal, okay? It's not good enough to see. I don't just say, I did this, it worked for me, right? I'm trying to show you a way where it can work for you as well, okay? That's what I'm trying my best to do, so anybody can apply it. Now, just the law of averages, right? Not all of you guys are going to get to like 10K a month or whatever. It's just life gets in the way. You have other priorities, whatever. But I'm going to give you everything you need to absolutely get there. Okay. This is a promise. I haven't held back one single thing that I do to get here. And yeah, let me carry on. Yeah. We'll help them get the result they desire. Okay. Obviously. So now, I'm sure you've all been waiting for this. I've been ranting on for quite a while, but so I've gone on about all that, why you want to be an authority, why it's important, how it leads to getting results, etc. But what about like specific content, what to actually post, right? What do you actually speak about? What do you talk about? So this is very important, right? You first need to decide what you actually do, okay? Because you need to decide who you're serving, who your audience is. Otherwise, you cannot create content, right? I'm telling you right now that most people get stuck because they don't know who their ideal customer is. That's why I have everyone go through the ideal customer document. Even me, for example, it was so difficult for me to do Traffic Masters because, I'm so used to selling traffic, right? So I had to redo my ideal customer document. Now, whatever it is you're selling, you need to really, really be clear. What are you doing and who are you serving? Okay. Get this crystal clear. until you have this, you cannot go on. Okay. I'm just going to give you an example here. When I sell traffic, I'm saying, you know, what do I do? What in my own head, or what is my brand saying? And this is very important to say this. Well, I say that I'm the #1 traffic supplier for affiliate and network marketers in the MMO niche. Very clear. Affiliate and network marketers, giving them traffic, you know, I'm solving a big pain there, a big problem. Now, there's, you know, the way to think of it is, well, I'm coming on to that anyway. I don't want to go off another tangent. Now, that's for traffic. Now, let's say Traffic Masters, when I'm selling that, okay? Before I post or before I create content, I have to think, what is it? You know, what is it that what am I actually doing? So it's a unique mastermind and training program showing struggling online marketers how to build an audience and monetize it via affiliate marketing or selling their own products. Now, to be honest, that's a bit of a mouthful, right? But I can shorten this. But the point is that is what I'm doing. So I'm clear on what my messaging is, right? So a shortened way, I said it, is how to convert visitors into customers for life. Okay, same principle. And I said here, synergy, traffic, and conversions, right? Because, you know, it took me a while to think of what to actually build a course on. But since I was selling traffic, I thought the next logical thing would be conversions, right? So I didn't want to brand it as an organic thing too much, because then it would just create a little bit of disconnect with what I'm doing already. So that was it. And, you know, I said here, try and really niche down. So use the framework from the previous live, right? So in the previous live, we covered basically 3 things, right? What your product is, what the unique process of it is, and who it's for, in a very, very unique way. Okay. So once you get all these 3 done in this unique framework, your message is going to cut through the rest of the noise in the marketplace. You're going to be able to speak directly to your audience's pain. So here's some key points, okay, with regards to specific content. This is very important, okay? So, you know, one thing you want to avoid is becoming a character, okay? One of the big things is being authentic, being yourself. Very, very important. Now, the reason you don't want to become some sort of character or have some sort of persona or whatever is because it's just not genuine, right? It's not authentic. People know, people aren't stupid. So you really need to just be yourself. But one thing you want to do is be your best self, right? Even if you're having a bad day or whatever, when you turn up to work, you need to be on your A game and you need to give the best version of yourself, okay? And then always turn up, okay? So that's just one of the, you know, that goes without saying, particularly in the early days, guys, okay? So, you know, we all want to get to the point where we're an established authority. So just think about the leaders that you know and follow. They're always active. They're always there, right? Whether it's a VA doing it, they have pre-planned content. They're always there, whether it's in your inbox, making a Facebook post, a YouTube video, an email. They're always active. They're always turning up. So, you know, bear this in mind as well. Now, you know, I understand that for some of you, and even for me to an extent, it's hard to just start writing from scratch or producing content from scratch, right? So I went back to think, okay, what did I first do, right? So one thing I did is I kind of looked at people in my niche that I really admired and thought, wow, okay, I like the way he or she, I like the way they're doing that, right? I like the specific way they're speaking. I like the specific way they've targeted me. The things they're saying really relates to me. And so, you know, when I first thought about building like a personal brand, you have to start from somewhere, right? You have to have a model, an idea of somebody to model yourself on, right? So, you know, one guy I looked at was Sam Ovens. You all know Sam Ovens? Now, here's the important thing, guys. We all have different personalities, okay? We can't all be like, you You know, we can't all be the same. Like it just doesn't make sense. You're being fake then. So you need to kind of choose a style that is similar to your personality. Right? Does that make sense? So Sam Ovens, for me, I like the way he did it. He was kind of funny. For, you know, people find him like arrogant or whatever, but I get what he's doing. Right? He's it's borderline cocky or whatever, but it's very good, right? The way he delivers the content is to the point, and I liked it. I thought, okay, I really like the way he's doing it, and no doubt Sam learned it from somebody else, right? And the point is, you take that and you kind of model your own personality around it, so it becomes unique, right? So, like I said here, it suited my style. So I watched him, studied him a little bit, thought, okay, cool. I'm going to take that part. I don't want that part. So yeah, see, you know, another example, like Russell Brunson, you know, he's a great marketer, no doubt. But for me personally, it's like he's too cheesy and he's excited all the time. So it's just not my style, right? So it's not for me. So I don't model myself on him. It's just like, for me, it was like, nah, I don't think I could do that. It's not really my personality. But Sam, he's like laid back, he's more cool. It suited my own style. So I thought, yes, I'm going to use this as a model. So I guess what I'm saying to you guys is, look for an authority in your niche, or in any niche, to be honest, right? You know, this thing is what's the word? It's transcendental. Like it transcends into different niches. It doesn't have to be an expert in business or market. It could be an expert in sports. Look at the way they speak. Michael Jordan. Look at the way they communicate. So just think about that, somebody that suits your style, right? And just think, okay, what about them makes them an authority? What is it about them? Is it absolute confidence? Is it they're always there? Are they full of energy? Or are they actually giving actual information that's helped? What is it about them? Really study this. Think about it, right? It's very important. So you need to find a style that actually works for you, okay? So again, you know, I like to listen. I don't know if any of you guys know Naval Ravikant. He's an investor, right? He's very like logical, very smart, but also very spiritual. And I really like the way he's nothing to do with marketing. He's like he's an investor, right? And he invests in tech and all that. But I like the way he breaks things down. I like the way he explains things. So I kind of learn from that and think, okay, well, I can apply that to this. I can break things down like that in my. So it's not just like one day you come and, oh, you know everything. Nah, you have to actually look at other people, kind of model it and say, okay, you know what? I like the way he or she broke it down. Let me see how I can add my own style to it, right? So look at people in your niche. I say people, I actually mean leaders, and then model it, okay? Now, I know that sounds simple. The reason it doesn't work for most people is because they often try and model somebody that they're not. Okay, like I said, it has to be synergy there, right? It has to be somebody you can relate to. It has to be somebody that you like. And because if that person spoke to you, that means that you can speak to your ideal customer, if that makes sense, right? Remember, I say always be your ideal customer. All the stuff I'm saying right now, I wish that somebody said it to me. So I'm basically speaking to myself. This is what I'm 3-4 years ago. I would have loved to know this. Right? It could have saved me a lot of time, a lot of money. I could have become an authority in 3 months, started doing webinars, whatever. But anyway, just to give you some more context, right? So you can get an idea. So guys that I kind of modeled, looked at. So the first one, because remember I started in like, I just started selling traffic and then I saw these MLM guys. One guy who stood out for me was Mac Mills. Okay. I think I've shown you him before. What stood out about him? Well, he was completely unique and brutally honest in his marketing, right? He would have massive arguments and call people out and all that. But in the early days, I just looked at him and thought, okay, wow, you know, this guy's different. There was all these cheesy like leaders going on, and there was something different there. So I thought, okay, so what I took from him is be different, be yourself. But what I dropped from him is that, you know, he can be quite rude and he just start bashing people and all that. And that's his style and that's cool, right? But I was like, nah, I'm going to not do that bit. You know, I did it occasionally in the early days, but I thought, nah, it's not for me. You know, it's not, that sort of style is not for me. But I really liked his brutal honesty. You know, it is what it is. Obviously it worked because he's like an 8-figure marketer, right? So just to give you some context of how I picked up some things, okay? I said Sam Ovens. So what was the practical steps that I did? Well, I watched one of Sam's videos. I looked at his sales pages. I saw the way he spoke. I saw the way he communicated. I saw the ads that he ran. And it was very like, you know, when you message in a certain way, see, you have to think about what sort of client you want to attract, right? What sort of people you really want to attract. And don't worry about everyone else. Just speak their language, okay? Once you start speaking their language, they will automatically be attracted towards you. This is how you build a brand, right? So then I said Alex Becker a tiny bit, right? So again, you know, it was like he was good, but you know, he was just super cocky. It was just too cocky for me. Like it was just too much. So yeah, but anyway, I like the way that he made things sound easy, right? He broke it down well. So all right, so one second, there's a chat here. Yeah, exactly. He's super smart. So look, let's get to the point here, right? Exactly what to post, what to say, right? So what should you actually say? What is the content you should actually create, right? This is the most important part. Now, in order to be a thought leader, expert, whatever, you have to actually position yourself in a certain way, okay? And it's really important that you just understand these principles, okay? Don't try and fight them. Don't try and reject them. These are proven, timeless principles. You'll find them in every single authority figure, expert in every single niche, okay? So the way to do it, the way to come up with the content, okay, an endless amount of content to position yourself as an authority, okay, as an authority, an expert. You first keep this in mind all the time. What do I want people to think of when they think of my brand? Okay, what do I want to represent? Now, some of you may be thinking, oh, I don't have any results to show. I don't have any big commission checks to show. That's not all what it is, okay? There's other things. Having your mindset dialed in is very, very important. I promise you. When I first started posting, I wasn't making crazy money at all, but I had the mindset, right? I knew, and even people said to me when I started, they're like, you're gonna make it, because when I was speaking to them, I was like, look, I'm not making too much right now, but I'm 100% gonna make it. Once you have that mindset, right? Once you have that energy, it automatically kind of makes you an authority. And when I started posting, people were like, oh, you're a leader. I started getting, you know, the first MLM I did, I just started, you know, dialing in some mindset stuff, some motivational stuff, and they added me to a leaders group. And I was like, what the hell am I doing here? You know, I wasn't a leader, and I was like out of my depth, right? But because I had they thought I was a leader, right? Because I had that mindset there. So this is how you get there, okay? So what do I want people to think of when they think of my brand? Okay, so if you haven't got any results right now, then just think of what you stand for, what you represent. Use future pacing of where you're going to be. Okay, because when I used to post, when I used to create content, I always knew I was going to get to a good point, right? So even in the words I was saying, like, you know, I don't talk about money a lot or results at all. But everybody's like, we know you're successful. It's just the way I speak, the mindset I have. You understand? Yeah, it's very important, this stuff. So weave it, and then weave this into your content, right? Now, just before that, it's you know, the images you post with your, whether it's Instagram, I'm talking about written posts here, okay, not videos. So obviously for videos this will be different, but even videos, it kind of matters. One thing to consider is your environment, okay? Now, I said to you before, I could do this a lot better, but you know, a lot of people do it a lot better than me, but That's not the point. The point is I know exactly how to do it. So think about your niche, right? If you're a music marketer, okay, then you want to be taking pictures with this keyboard, this piano, or, you know, whatever, like a music studio. Do you see what I mean? You want people to represent that person with music creation. If you are in the fitness niche, right? If you're in the fitness niche, you want to be around gym equipment, doing weights, healthy eating, right? Why? Because when people, this is how you build a personal brand. When they see that image of yours, they automatically associate it with that area. Okay, he's an expert in fitness or nutrition. Okay, now I'll tell you something, how powerful this works, right? There was a time when I didn't want to do solo ads anymore, right? I didn't like it. The industry was going down, okay? And I wanted to move into other things like e-commerce, this and that. But because my image had gone so strong synonymous with solo ads, people just keep coming up, where are your ads? We need ads. Oh, so this is how powerful this process is, right? Once you become an authority in a certain field, it never goes. It stays for life, right? This is how powerful it is. So, and then obviously I thought, okay, well, you know what? I've kind of built a brand here unconsciously. I might as well, you know, make it into a proper business, expand and whatever. But the point is, this process works and it stays for life. Okay. Now, wealth. Okay. The wealth, a lot of us say make money online, right? So what images look good for us? Well, you know, one part of it is that you're working, you're looking determined on the laptop, or maybe you're like, I don't know, sitting back having a cigar by the pool. This shows some lifestyle, right? So you just want to bear that in mind. Like, what sort of brand do you want to capture? Okay, so, and then, you know, even like this call, for example, you should screenshot it, right? Let people know that you are part of masterminds, that you are trying to elevate your mindset, elevate your marketing, right? Remember I said that about the authority thing, the results thing. If you don't have any results right now, let people know that you're about to get them, right? You're plugged into a killer community and you're about to get them. People will feed off that energy. They want to join you, lock arms with you, follow you, consume your content. So, you know, just by associating with other marketers, other leaders, it's a very powerful way to start building up authority as well. So now getting to the actual point, right? What specific things to talk about? What content makes somebody a leader or an expert? What specific topics do people consume and think, okay, this is an authority in the space. This person can solve my problem or whatever. So, you know, one thing you really want to think about is you want to talk about higher level concepts, okay? Things like mindset, productivity, motivation, getting through tough spots, figuring out difficult stuff, okay? So that's one side of it, okay? Now, when you're coming up with the specific content to write or produce, right? Just think of it like this, okay? Very simply, just figure out, and remember, you can be your ideal audience in most cases. Just figure out where they are right now, okay? In terms of business, life, fitness, where they are right now, right? Where they want to be, where they want to get to, and then share actual practical things that will help them get to that point. Okay, so point A, point B. What actual steps, what actual practical advice can you give somebody to help them get from where they are right now to where they want to be? Okay, so it could even be like it doesn't always have to be technical. For example, a lot of people struggle with things like procrastination. Okay, so give them a bona fide plan or a formula to stop procrastinating, to get stuff done. Okay. So the way to really figure it out is, you know, like I said, you have to really think about what their current situation is right now. Okay. Why is it difficult? Like, what are they, the reason all you guys are here is because, you know, I know where you are right now because I was you, or I really understand that what it is that you need. Like, it's so close, but you just need to kind of figure out how to, you know, how to market really, how to sell, how to market. So I knew that. So I spoke that sort of messaging when I created my content, right? So the what you want to do is, you know, you can break it down into two things. So one is like all the higher level concepts, right? So mindset stuff, productivity, motivation, getting through tough spots, figuring out difficult stuff. And this isn't just surface level stuff, guys. Okay. If you can really help someone with a piece of content, that's what makes the difference, right? Really help someone. 1 second. We have some. Yeah. This doc will be distributed. Yeah. So just think of it like this. Yeah. Just think of it like this. The best way to do it is think about where you were before. Really think about it. Like, and what actual stuff did you figure out which helped you get to where you are now? Okay. Or just future pace it and just think, what can you tell them to help them get to where they need to be, right? And if you're not there right now, well, I suggest you get there. Okay. So just by being plugged in here is a way to get it. Okay. So like I said, you use this very simple framework, right? Figure out where your audience are currently, the problem station, and where they want to be, the desire station. Problem, desire, where they are now, where they want to be. Your content fills that gap in, right? If you can help someone get to A to B, that's it. You're an authority. You can start selling coaching. You can start selling high ticket. People are going to want to work with you. You can start selling, right? Now the sales process, we have that in place as well. Okay. Don't worry about that. But so like I said here, look, share stuff that you've actually figured out, which will help them get there. So, you know, there should never be a shortage of content, really. There should never, ever be a shortage of content, because you should always have a key idea of, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go through some examples in the next one. But you should always have an idea of what they're struggling with, what pains they're coming out, what pains they're currently dealing with, and where they want to get to, right? This is what marketing is, basically. So when somebody posts a picture of them in a Porsche or a Lamborghini in our niche, it's because that is a place where their audience wants to get to, right? They're subliminally saying, I am where you want to be. That's making them ask, how did you get there? This guy obviously has a process, right? This is how it works. So yeah, so actually try to help them, right? Especially in the beginning stages. Like, I don't want you thinking like, oh, only 2 people read my post, this and that. Well, you know, overnight, when you're not just going to drop a bunch of people to start looking at your stuff, the more engaging your content is, the actual more helpful it is, then that's when they're going to start seeing you as a trusted expert, right? Otherwise, you've got no chance, really. Okay, to be honest, because, and you know, if you haven't figured out the process yourself, like, it doesn't have to be a massive result. Okay, you've had some growth. Everybody's an expert to somebody. Okay, so just try and share what you have been able to achieve. Like, even being part of this is a pretty good achievement. Like, you've took action, right? You've plugged into a community. Hopefully you've learned some valuable stuff, And so you've elevated your marketing, at least. Like that's a lot of people, that's a lot of progress compared to a lot of people who are just really digging around, not having any focus or direction or anything like that. Okay, so even if you have no results, okay, let them know that your mindset is dialed in. Remember, I said that before, right? People started seeing me as an authority. I was making like what, 501k a month or something, if that, or maybe less. But because of the way I was speaking, the way I was communicating, my energy, my determination, everything, people realized that I would be an authority at some point. So at least let them know that you're about to be, you're going to get this, you're going to be there. So what's the solution to having no results? Well, you're already there. Like, you're plugged into the right community, right? So one way to give yourself authority, if you don't have it, is by tapping into other people's audiences, right? I'm talking about, I've said this before, but you can interview somebody, you can interview an authority figure. Just by interviewing that person, right? Firstly, it associates you with their name. Secondly, they post it on their blog, they post it on their channel. You get more eyeballs, right? More leads, more sales, more conversions. This is obviously transferable to podcasts, Facebook Lives, radio, magazine, even a local school seminar. So I don't know if you guys know the Tim Ferriss method, but how to become an expert in any niche in like 30 days or whatever. All he does is he calls up the local universities, does a seminar on a subject. He reads the 2 top books in that niche. He does a radio interview, and then he gets listed in the magazine. You literally, it's not hard. Okay. So it just takes some creative thinking. Okay. Some creative solutions. So that's it. Don't fake it. Don't just fake your results, right? It's not all about results. It's actually about standing for something and future pacing, right? Let them know how committed you are to you're going to get to that 10K. If you don't believe it, or that 20K or 50K, if you don't believe it yourself, it's never going to happen, and nobody else is going to believe it. Okay. If you're very weak with your messaging, like, oh, I might get there, I might not, then it's just, what you need to show strong self-belief, leadership. I'm going to get here. Want to come with me? No problem. I'm laser focused, right? That's what an authority expert does. You don't beg people. You don't be desperate. Like, oh, please join me. I'll give you this. I'll give you that. No. Understand the value that you have. Demonstrate it. Let them know you have what they need. Okay. Never appear desperate. And yeah, create some excitement about your journey as well, right? This is if you're at the beginning. Some of you are experts already in your area, right? I know there's I'm just talking generally. I'm trying to cover all bases. But let's say you are a beginner. It doesn't matter. Just create excitement about what you're about to be, what you're about to see, what you're about to embark on, the people you're hanging out with, the things you're learning. Very, very important stuff. Now, as promised, here's some examples, okay? I did this last night. So the only way I can do it is for myself, right? Because I have my own audience. But, I was thinking, what content can I create around this course when we relaunch it next month, or if I decide to relaunch it, right? And I kind of broke it down into like mindset stuff and practical stuff, okay? So you have to think about this. A lot of it is like those higher level concepts like mindset, motivation, killing doubt, killing fear. But you can't just talk about that stuff. You have to have a good mix. You have to give some actual practical steps of how people can fill in that gap and get to where they need to be, right? So some of the practical things I thought about, I thought, okay, what does this course speak to? Who does it speak to? What problem does it actually solve? So, okay, I thought, well, what about people, they have reasonable engagement on social media, but have no idea how to monetize it, right? I know my market very well. So I have a lot of people, they're getting a lot of engagement, but they don't know how to make the right offer. and they don't know how to sell it, right? What if I could show them what to do? You know, they'll be up for that. Yes, no, 100%. So you know the importance of building a unique personal brand, but have no idea how to get there. Okay. Now you see what I'm doing here. These are conversations already taking place in their heads. This is called pattern interrupt. Does everyone know pattern interrupt? Yeah, Devon does. Devon's he's an up and coming star basically. But when you see, you know, when an ad resonates with you, or you know, when a piece of content resonates with you, it's because it interrupts your thought pattern, right? Do you know why? Because this is the conversation that's going on in your head, right? Like when you join this course, like, oh, I need to find a way to monetize traffic, or I need to find a way to convert leads into sale. So I spoke to that thought. I interrupted your thought, made you stop and look at the content. This is how you need to produce content. Stop that conversation, or sorry, not stop the conversation. Address the conversation going on in their head. Okay? Does that make sense? These are all conversations. This is what some of you are probably saying. I have reasonable engagement on my social media. I'm getting likes and comments, but I have no idea how to monetize it. Right? I'm just thinking about what they're thinking about. That's it. That is what my content's going to be about. Then, you know, I was thinking, okay, I think a lot of people by now, they understand that building a unique personal brand is very important. They know they have to do it, but they don't know how to get there. This solves that problem, right? You want to become your own traffic source, but have no idea how traffic actually works. This is a big one. People have no idea how traffic works. It's crazy, to be honest. But this is a massive one. Like, I know this is going on in so many people's heads, and this is quite a difficult one to address because, you know, there's so much misunderstanding of what traffic is, a huge misunderstanding. So around this piece of content, I'd probably do a video, right? So anyway, you spend money on paid ads, but don't get a good ROI. This is one of the conversations going on in my customer's head. Okay, think about how you can apply this to your niche, right? Fitness. You want to be healthier, but don't know but can't stick to a diet, right? You know you need to have a diet, but you can't stick to a diet. You know social media is the way to get more accountant clients, but you don't know how to do it, right? Think about it. This is what people are actually thinking about right now. So another one, you want to be able to create your own offers and sell them, right? I feel that there's a real desire there that people want to create something, they want to own something and then sell it. Okay, so this is another content that I can produce and become an authority. Because if I'm addressing that, right, people think, well, okay, he's addressed my pain, my false belief. He's addressed the big problem here. He's an authority, right? Want to be able to leverage social media to get big results in affiliate marketing. This is a big one, okay? A lot of people just getting this wrong. They're not understanding the process of doing it. Okay, so that's another one there. The exact sales process for monetizing your social media audience using affiliate marketing. How do you speak to them in the messenger? What do you say to them? What most people don't realize about selling is that, especially online selling, is that 90% of the sale is done before the point of the asking for the transaction. Is very important. This is why you build an authority, because the selling's already done, right? They already got their credit card out when you're an authority. Then it's just about literally giving them the offer. Okay, sales should never be this pushy. You have to drag them into it and beat them over the head. It should never be like that. It should be value, 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 so much value, and then you extend the value. Okay, that's the point of sale. So another one was how to build a list using Google PPC. And then, mindset stuff. So one really big thing to become an authority, stand out as an expert, is to address false beliefs. Okay. Big false beliefs. This is one of the biggest things. Think about the top false beliefs in your niche, in your area. Okay, so a couple in the affiliate marketing or make money online niche, like a lot of people think you have to be an expert to make money online. It's just simply not true. Okay, you just have to understand and know the process of how it's done. A lot of people think you need a massive list. Absolutely not. You just need an engaged list. Okay, an engaged warm list. A lot of people think you need a mentor. Okay, I think a lot of people get into mentoring for the wrong reason, because they're just lazy and they want somebody to basically do the work for them. But I tell you right now, no mentor is going to do it. There's no done for you mentoring. It doesn't exist. Okay, so that's that. And a lot of people think you need tech skills, but you actually don't. Okay, you need marketing skills. And then the final one, that I can use the same sales funnel that the company provides and get rich. So a lot of people think they can just drive traffic to one generic funnel and they can get rich, but it's not true. So then I just finished it off with some fears and pains to address. Okay, so no idea what to post, how to come up with endless content, how to become an authority. So that kind of led me on this one here. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's it. That's it, really. That's basically it. So at this point, I can just open the floor, and if anybody has any questions, we can address them here directly. I know we have a call after this, Devin. We'll just do this. Do that call after this, no problem. But yeah, so does anybody have any thoughts or ideas or questions pertaining to this? How to stand out as an authority?
I just say good shit, man.
Oh, who's that, Chris?
It was not even 24 hours in, and I'm super impressed.
Yeah, did you like that? Where are you?
I love it. I mean, it just follows what I spent literally, I don't know, 5 hours last night going through, like, just mind stuffing my stuff with your course, and I hop on here and it's validating, you know.
Does it make sense? So
it makes total sense. And like, where were you? What's up, dude?
Yeah, so the whole thing is it's all meant to work together, like one, you know. You guys got even me, paid ads, you know, even though I sell paid ads, it comes after. First, you need to take care of your brand. Okay, you need to actually have something there and build that. All the people, all the leaders, this is what they don't really teach you or tell you, right? You need to flip the tables and stop joining shit, basically, and build your own, right? This should be the last thing you join, unless you're dealing with something very specific, right? Really, like a mentor's going to say, do this on that day, and it holds you accountable and all that, but you got to want it bad enough to hold yourself accountable, really. But yeah, thanks for that. Romana. Hey.
Hi, Dad. Sorry, I've got another coaching call at 4:30, so I couldn't.
Ah, yes. No problem.
Yeah, so basically, remember I said I've got this client and he's a proper introvert. He looks at other people, like his competitors, if you like, and he wants to be like them, but he doesn't understand that in him he doesn't have it to be like them. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to be more like you, because obviously I have my accountancy on top. And I'm like, yeah, but Robert, you can't talk like me. Like, I always say, shit, what have I done? You know, on Facebook, on a video, whatever, I don't really care, it's just me. And he would no way to say that. And he didn't listen to me, he kept posting all this stuff, not in the format that I told him to, not the content that I told him to. And eventually I just had to kind of tell him off, like, you've got to listen to me, otherwise it's not going to work. Don't ask me for your money back, you're not going to listen to me. So he did a post exactly as I told him to do. So for the last year, everything that he's been posting, he's got no likes, okay? There's one post that he did for me 2 days ago. Straight away, he got 31 likes and 14 comments. So now he's just like, oh shit, you do know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So you know what it is? Look, you have to, sometimes you have to, you're coaching him, right? Yeah. You have to say, look, when you decided to work with him, he had a specific goal in mind, right? Right. If he wants to get to that goal, he has to build that brand. There's certain things he has to do, right? If he's not willing to do them, then he doesn't want his goal bad enough. It's as simple as that, really, right? You can't become him. It's impossible, right? So you just have to give it to him straight and say, look, Robert, this is the process I'm showing you, right? Because it works. Just don't think about the anxiety of putting himself out there. Think about the bigger picture. Focus on the bigger picture that, okay, this is just something I need to do in order to get here.
Yeah, I think like where you talked about not making up a character and just being yourself.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my target audience, they're all accountants. And yes, they must have a personality. They're not all accountants boring.
Yep.
But the problem is I can't get them to shift their mindset. And I'm not a mindset coach or anything like that, but I don't know what to do about it because they're all just, oh no, I can't. So I've had 3 qualifying calls on Monday, and I've got like, while I was on this call with you, I've got like 2 people that have messaged me on Google Call. So the idea of using me sounds great, but when I tell them what's involved, sometimes it's not the money, sometimes it's nothing at all. It's them, they don't believe in themselves and can do it. So I'm like, do I now need to go and train to be a mindset coach?
No. It's not that. You know what I think is happening here? That, you know, you need to basically break it down in the way that, you know, if they want, this is the few, they have to do this. There's no, you know, it's like saying you don't want to breathe. No, I'm serious. If these accountants want to build their business, right, they have to start using social media. All you're showing them is a process of how to use social media. I think they're getting fearful of putting themselves out there. Is that what it is?
I did a post the other day about personality vs professionalism. That was my headline. And I sort of spoke about how when I'm talking to a prospective client, literally I throw professionalism out the window because I don't want to be deemed as some stuffy accountant in a pinstripe suit, you know, just talking the long words and nobody understands. So my personality comes out, and I normally talk about football or cars most of the time.
You know what it is, Romana. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so but that particular post, because it was quite controversial with accountants that didn't agree with me, it ended up trending on LinkedIn.
Okay.
The second post that was trending on LinkedIn, and under hashtag accountants, which has got like 86,000 followers. So yeah, that was just like, wow. But I don't think a lot of these accountants want to be personable. They just want to be professional.
No. They look. You know what it is? There's a couple of things. So, firstly, how are you getting on with the course production?
I know I've only got until Thursday to complete it, and I will get it completed.
No, there's no deadlines. I'm just wondering.
If you don't give me a deadline, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, because you know why I'm saying it? Because remember the first thing we talked about is
Mindset overview.
Yeah. If you give them the overview, I don't understand how somebody could say no. Like, I don't get it. Then they're not, you know, if somebody doesn't want to make money, then I'm afraid they can't be helped, right? Yeah. It's a weird one. But also what you can do is, you know, it's about transformation. So you have to explain to them, look, what is so hard about, you know, you're not to ask them to get on video. So I don't really get that one. I think you need to just basically really explain to them, like, you know, this is what needs to be done in order to build up a brand. This is how you attract clients. And I think, you know what, another part of it is, I think you need to believe in your process. 100%. Is that right?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right.
This is what's happening here. You're doubting yourself, right? And it can happen. It even happens to me sometimes, like, oh, yeah, well, it won't work. So all you have to remember is, look, you know what's best for them, and you have a process that works. So don't ever doubt it, because if you start backtracking, they'll be like, fuck, she doesn't know what she's on about, right? But you do because you crushed it at 22 years old. So
I think it's just reminding myself that, like yesterday, I had a message on Instagram from a prospective client from my accountancy firm,
right.
and she's a property investor. She's got a limited company, da 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 da. So that's like nearly £1,500 worth of fees just there. So she's fine, and I think I need to remind myself that yes, I can do it for my own accountancy firm. So why can't other people do it for their own accountancy firm?
Oh, you closed another client?
Oh, for the accountancy side, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I need to start looking for new accountant.
Okay. Was that because you were posting content on Instagram, or?
I do that as well, yeah. But that's just like tax related stuff.
That's very good. It's very good. Look. Map out your course, yeah. Get it done, and just believe in it 100%. You've literally done the thing. You've literally figured out the problem that they want to figure out. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you keep working, if you keep finding people that, you know, just like are very introverted and stuff, there's a solution for that, right? There is actually a solution for that. Like, it's really about looking at the bigger picture. Okay, so like even me, I don't really like video and stuff like that, but I don't care because I have to do it. Right? It's just like I don't think about, oh, I don't like video. I think about, okay, I need to get there. I need to get to that point, and this is what I need to do to get to that point. So if that means like I have to walk over fire, which is a drastic example, but I will do that thing. That's how you need to explain it to them. This is the thing you need. And you're not asking them to walk over fire. You're asking them to create content. It shouldn't be an issue, right? But what we're going to do is, listen, once you get your program in place, I'll show you how to sell it properly, okay? Because you want to qualify people that you want to work with. You know, you should be enjoying, like, I enjoy working with you guys. So you want to enjoy working with your client. You don't want people fighting you on the very things that you're trying to help them with.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
I think we've got a couple from the Tuesday, so I can talk to you about it more then. I don't want to take up everyone else's time. But I've got a clash, but thank you. It's lovely meeting you, Chris. Feel free to send me a friend request on Facebook. But yeah, I'll catch up with you guys soon.
All right, Romana. So Thursday, you let me know how it's the course.
Yeah, I will do it. I'll get it done by Thursday.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because once you're done on there, we can really focus on the selling aspect of it. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. So any other questions or Nancy?
Yes, we keep talking about how to become an authority in our area.
Mm-hmm.
How do we know if we are becoming one? I mean, now, I don't know if this is stupid on my part or what, but like in less than 2 months, I have gotten 960 some followers. Does that mean that I'm starting to be viewed as somewhat of an authority in what I'm doing, or what does it mean? Or does it mean anything?
I think that's a great question. So it's not just about the followers, right? So what it really comes down to, in fact, let me draw this up. And this is how you will know, right? This is how you will know. Great question, by the way. Very good. Have you seen this, Nancy?
Yes.
Okay. So put it this way, right? When you become an authority, okay, it's not just about followers. It's not just about having a lot of likes and comments. It's going to be the actual, the warmness or the intimacy of the conversation. Okay, so it's going to be people actually asking you, not just little advice here and there, but asking you bigger questions, like asking you more intimate things about, Nancy, do you really think I could be able to do it with this? I trust your word. These sorts of conversations, that's when you'll know, right?
I'm
it's
starting to get some of that, and I'm getting a bunch of people asking me to start a YouTube channel, which I haven't been brave enough to do yet.
well, look, that's fine. Everyone just at your own pace. But yeah, when you start getting those sorts of things, like people literally asking you, you know, it's the type of conversations you're having, right? So if you're still having people trying to pitch you stuff, you know, a lot of people, that means you have not established yourself as an authority. Okay, but if you have people coming to you asking you for solutions, or yeah, basically asking you for solutions, then that's when you know you've pushed them through that sequence. Does that make sense? And it's not it's not an easy thing to do, right? I'm telling you again, not everybody here is going to be able to do it. It's just the fact of life and whatever.
You know, some of the people are asking me, you know, for more advice. You know, they're telling me that they're learning from me.
Fantastic.
So I'm assuming if they're learning from me that I'm doing something right.
Yeah, and you know, because you've been doing the Facebook Lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I guess the next step for you would be maybe a product or training about Facebook Lives.
Okay.
You know,
I have done that.
You have, okay, because remember,
Those.
not all the products you do have to be about making money. You know, not all the products we buy are about making money. It could just be about how to do Facebook Lives properly. You know, I'm sure a lot of people would want to know how to do that, what to talk about, how to be brave enough to get on camera, how to eliminate fear, what times to post. So this is what you have to think about. But yeah, to answer your question, you know, nobody's going to say, Nancy, you're an authority, right? Like, yeah.
I just wanted to be able to kind of get a little bit of a feel if I was headed the right way.
You are, because the level of the conversation, people asking you for advice, solutions, you know, it's almost like, because you know what it is, they have to, like I explained in that video, that lesson, it takes prolonged exposure to you as a person, as your content, your conversations, whatever, for them to then view you as having the solution to their big problem. You can only have that if you really understand them properly, right? So that's why I always say you have to become your ideal customer. Really, you do. Is that okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Keep going.
What is this that you're going to be holding off? Sorry, that you're going to be holding off on your course. You just said month. Sorry, hold on. Michael's here. He's just over there. Hi.
What's up, Chaz?
Michael, how's it going?
You're going to be holding off on your course for another month?
No, no. Next month it will be ready. I'm working on it right now, putting the stuff in place, but it might be a little bit later than first of August. I would say around 4 weeks.
Okay. Well, will we see you'll show us everything prior?
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, what I'm going to do first is make a sales video. I think that'll be the main weapon, and then probably a webinar, and that's it. So I'm doing that, you know, that framework to work out exactly like who this serves. I'm basically going through that because I have to use, you know, see, all the stuff I'm telling you to do, I do it myself. So I'm doing that framework, work out exactly what this is, what problems it can solve. Then I'm going to take those and stick them in the sales copy. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, but don't worry, it'll be done. It'll be done.
Okay, because I still want to talk to you prior to that about the webinar and stuff. Okay. So I don't know. I know you're still doing one-on-ones with other people, correct? Like, can we have a one-on-one maybe?
Yeah, we can arrange something. I'm sure.
Okay.
Okay. This all sounds very mysterious, Christy.
No, it's not. It's not. I just wanted to talk about an angle that we wanted to
I
go
think I
at
know.
with.
A bonus, basically, a bonus, yeah.
No, but kind of. I'll want to work it out and see. We'll talk.
Okay. I'll meet you.
What the coaches?
I'll meet you in the alleyway out back.
I'll bring the gold.
Michael, you're right there.
He's in the back.
Let him
I got
speak,
the
Christy.
right now. What about the coaches and
Yeah. I'm gonna need that for sure.
reviews?
Coaches for this.
Yeah, and the reviews.
Yeah, so the reviews I'm going to gather from you, but I definitely need some coaches for this. Obviously, it'll be a paid position, right? So, yeah, I need some people to just run. Yo, what's going on?
What's up, man?
You good?
There's no room right here. She got the baby. She's taking up all the space, so.
Is she treating you okay?
Kind of doing us.
You okay?
Yeah. And you didn't talk, I thought you were going to talk about like the content, about like what we were kind of discussing, about merging content from one platform to another as we're on multiple platforms, kind of being a little diverse, taking one piece and kind of splintering it out. Like I had a blockage on that, you and I were talking about, so I thought we were going to talk about that today.
Yeah, so look, it's the same principle, right? So when you're creating content, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, you're addressing certain topics or points, right? The only thing that's different is the format of how you're delivering it, whether it's a written or a video or whatever. So let's say you put a video up on YouTube, okay? Now, you could then take that video and upload it to IGTV or Facebook, okay? Or you could see that and say, okay, that video got a lot of response. Well, it got a lot of response because of the actual things you were addressing, the content. So just take that same topic and then write a post about it, right? Now, but if you're talking about the exact same content, then, you obviously can't do a written post on YouTube, but you can do a written post on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and maybe, I don't know, Tumblr. I don't really know what that is. But so obviously just use the channels as wisely as you can. So if you produced a video on YouTube, then you can send that video to your email list, or you can upload that video in your Facebook group. So does that make sense? Yeah?
Yes, sorry, too much noise. I muted.
Okay, cool. Hello, mate. Hello.
What's going on, Jess?
How's it going? Good.
Good, man. Good. Yeah, thanks for that, man. That was really helpful. And content stuff, so that makes a lot of sense. So what I've been posting, I've noticed like my content, like yesterday I put up a results post. I thought that would have given a lot of engagement, but didn't really get much at all. And it was a really good result as well. So I was a bit surprised why I didn't get much engagement. But most of my engagement I seem to be getting is my mindset stuff around sort of health, fitness. But when I'm giving more stuff out actually about tips and things to do, I don't get as much engagement. But that's where my main sort of focus, where I'm trying to get to. So I'm just a bit confused. What do I need to take a different angle, a different approach when I'm trying to give advice? That's why I'm a bit confused.
Okay, so I think, what one of the big things I think with yours is that people aren't aware that what you're selling. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. I was thinking about this. So I think it's time to get more vocal and direct in what you're actually solving. Okay, so let me take a look anyway. Yeah. So you know what it is. One of the big. It's not clear what the result is. That's the first thing. So you should have just addressed that in the headline. Like, I don't even know what the result is. So, like, lost 5 kg in 1 week or whatever, right?
Okay.
That's one of the things. It's not actually clear what the results is. So if you look at mine, if you look at the example, and it's not even clear from the image. Nobody's going to read that, and that makes that nobody knows what that is. So does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes complete sense.
So look at this. Do you see the difference? Look, very clear. It's very clear. Remember, you got to respect people's attention span. You know, they're scrolling through. They're like, okay, progress. Oh, that's good. Sonny's doing well, but you know, I don't really know what he's on about. But if you had said, well, what is the result? And what did they lose? Oh, they put on weight.
Guys lost 6 kilos in 5 weeks.
He what?
He lost 6 kilos in 5 weeks.
Well, that's your headline.
That's what I should have put at the head. Yeah, I should have done that. Yeah.
There you go. So that's one example, right? I mean, this is amazing, to be honest. That's amazing engagement. You know what it is? You need to move into selling now. You need to start selling. So, wait, if you are interested in hearing more about my sustainable performance program, please comment below or message me directly. So I think it's not really clear. Yeah, so I think it's not clear what it is that you're offering, right? So it's probably an idea to start doing some actual selling, letting people know that you have a program. You know, so even like with this, for example, yeah, so off of this post, did you get any messages or anybody who was interested?
No, I didn't get anything.
So maybe your market is not warm enough, your audience is not warm enough. You know, are you talking to these people here, Jane Barr?
Yeah, I'm talking. It's just like friend almost.
What, from the area or from online?
From online, yeah.
So you know what it is? You need to take the conversation into the direction you want it to go. So just try and focus more on like sales now, having a sales process, inviting them to a call, right? Just start booking calls.
Yeah.
Like just aim for 3 to 5 calls a week. Something like that. Because you have to.
I had one yesterday.
Oh yeah, how did it go?
Yeah, so we had a qualifying call, and now I've got a strategy call with him on Monday.
How did the qualifying call
go? Yeah, good. He seemed really excited about it. I was telling him he qualified for everything I'm looking for in terms of investment.
He's got the
time.
money.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to go high ticket offer with him.
How much did you quote him?
Well, 4,700 US.
So there is no reason now that you shouldn't close that on Monday. Because he's coming to that call with his card.
Yeah.
So that's great. You don't seem too excited about it.
No, I guess I got to close it first, then I'll be excited.
You close it, man, because on those calls, the closing rate is near enough 100%. Because you've already done all the selling now. You've qualified them for everything. Just do a good job of explaining the process. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Try and get more people on calls, man.
Yeah, I'll start doing it.
Yep. Cool.
Thanks, man.
No worries. Any other questions or anything? Any other thoughts on this topic? We all good? Okay. Well, that's great. So yeah, I think it's been 1 hour, 40 minutes. We do usually go over anyway, but yeah, something to definitely think about for sure. Like there's no real getting away from this. There's a lot of people that try to stay behind the scenes. And I told you before, unless you're very good at programming or, you know, you have like a deep, deep knowledge of traffic plus a lot of resources running to multiple offers and stuff like that, you can't really get away from the fact that you need to build a name for yourself. You need to build a strong personal brand. It doesn't matter what you're doing, any niche, right? So just something to bear in mind. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. If you enjoyed it, feel free to post it on your timeline that you had a great session. We can start building up the excitement for when we release this to the wider public, so to speak. Okay. So cool. So I'll see everybody next week, same time. We may do like a live Q&A. Hope if I can fit it in, you know, during the week next week as well. But yeah, any other problems or questions, just shoot it in the group. And yeah, let's just keep going. Let's just keep the momentum going. Whatever you're doing right now, whether you're focusing on PPC, content, YouTube, products, just try and stay focused on that. Don't let anything distract you. Don't worry about where other people are. You know, just focus on what you're doing. Remember why you started it in the first place. It's very easy to get distracted. Very, very easy. You know, I think it all the time, like, oh, shit, maybe I should start doing high ticket webinars or, you know, because you think like, oh, I can do that and I can do it better or whatever. But the most difficult thing is to stay focused and just follow your path slowly, slowly. Anyway, that's enough waffling on. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye. See you later.